Good morning, everybody. Another episode of the Keep Going podcast, Athletes Shining a Light on Mental Health. Super excited this morning. We're actually doing a guest list episode, which is kind of rare on the Keep Going front. But Jacqui Tripp's out there. What's going on, Jacqui?
Much low on sleep right now because Carlos Alcaraz just won the Australian Open. So he's between the Pats and tennis. I've been spoiled this winter.
Yeah, what about tennis? Let's start with that. Worth it? Waking up that early?
Yeah, so it was Alcaraz versus Novak. So if Novak had won the Australian Open, he would have gotten his 25th career Grand Slam. And if Alcaraz won, then he would have been the youngest player ever to get the career Grand Slam, and Alcaraz won. So it was worth the wake up. Got up at like a little shy of 4, made some cinnamon rolls and fruit, stayed up. Now ripping the podcast. We'll probably take a nap and then go to the gym. It's my
Sounds like a good Sunday
Sunday.
in my book. Sounds like a good Sunday in my book. And then obviously you mentioned the Pats, which once again for the 100th consecutive week, we have carried the Patriots. I've convinced
Yeah.
myself now that saying "Go Pats" in every episode has carried them to the Super Bowl. Do you concur?
Yes, because we didn't start saying it in September. We started saying it when they started winning all the
Literally
games.
check it. Week one, I looked. Like literally check it. Week one, you said it.
Yeah. And then when I started saying it was when they started winning the games, like, because there were a few episodes that I wasn't on, and I think that they didn't win that time then. And I
That's what
could
I'm
be
saying.
completely wrong. I just think I'm some magical Patriots fan, but like it seems to check out.
Because truthfully, like the run they've been on is not really uniform. It hasn't been like this monumental run in the Super Bowl. It's been like, oh, there's an injury. They played this team. The one of the best quarterbacks had four turnovers. Like it's just been a weird run for them. But like you play who's on the schedule, you win the game, you go play. You play in February, and that's what the goal is every season. So excited. I've been kind of a low key Pats fan after the Bears got kicked out of the playoffs, which we're not going to go into. But no, it's been a good run for the Pats. And what's your Super Bowl prediction while we're here?
I have to say, I think my favorite part of this season, though, has been that after every game, they didn't do it in the AFC game against Denver, at least that I didn't see, with the opposing team. They do a prayer circle, and each
Yeah.
week it's
Oh yeah.
gotten bigger and bigger. I know other teams do it, but I think we've been doing it after almost every game, and I think it's cool to see. If you go on Instagram, you see CJ Stroud had this many turnovers. Drake May fumbled the ball. And then you keep scrolling, and then eventually you come across a video of them all at the end of the game in the center of the field praying. So that's been my favorite part of the season. Super Bowl wise, I have no expectations. I mean, as a Boston fan, you put yourself in a spot to have no expectations. So just gonna go into Super Bowl Sunday with a cold beer and excitement and kind of see what happens.
No, I love it. I love the prayer circle call out too. I listened to what was it, a Sports Spectrum podcast last week, and I'm trying to remember who was that. I think it was Jonathan Stewart, maybe was on there. I can't remember right now, but whatever. Sunday morning. But he was talking about how in the Super Bowl he was in, they lost, and the toughest part for him was waiting for all the confetti and the pictures and all the media coverage and all the celebration to wait for the other team at the 50-yard line to pray. And I thought that was, what a mindset to have, like in your probably one of your darkest days, your toughest defeats, like worrying about that. I thought that was a beautiful thing. And it might have been Jay Stu, it might have been somebody else. I'll fact check it, but just I never thought of it like that. It's easy to scream, Jesus's praises in victory, in triumph, but it's really hard in trial, tribulation, and defeat. So just a message today on the
Yeah.
faith side, like it's a lot easier that way.
Yeah.
But
I
and then the
think
Super Bowl, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I think too it's because it's like those people that even when they're away or even when they don't get a ton of sleep, they go to the gym because it's a part of their routine. It's like
Correct.
the atomic habit notion of it, where these people that faith is truly grounded in their life, same type of person where like the gym is truly grounded in their life. Like it's cool to see that no matter what happens, that's become a big part of these athletes' lives. Like in addition to the fitness aspect of it, like they also have that habit where if they are grounded in their faith and you can see that they truly are, even after a loss too, which is kind of cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with athletes. Obviously, a lot of athletes listen to the podcast, as we know. Like, you're never going to be 100% physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally after day one. So the joke is in training camp, like, you're never going to be 100% again. So I hope you have a good first day. Like, that's how it goes with your faith, too. And that's how it goes, with things going on away from the desk, away from the booth. Like there's always stuff going on. But if you can stick on your routine, stay with the atomic habits mindset of, okay, 1% better, stacking things throughout the days, doing what you can. That in my world is a successful life. And I know you live those. Obviously, you're up super early, you're still heading to the gym. It's just like things like that. It's definitely inspiring for young athletes, but I'll let you kind of put a bow on this if you want to.
Yeah, no, I think it's kind of funny that we're talking about this now because obviously I've wrestled with my faith at times in my life and now I'm at a point where it's something I'm working on and practicing and I have the Bible study group chat we're in through NCSA, which is great, and then I have a group chat with three of my best friends, and they're three amazing women. They're all very strong, deep rooted in their faith, and they're kind of helping me grow in the journey. And the idea too, they just remind me that it's not perfect. Like that's kind of the point of living a life through God and through faith and being in touch with that. So just wanted to shout them out too because they have helped me kind of break things down and just remind me too that like that's the point of faith is that it's not always perfect and you just have to stay grounded in it.
No, 100%. No, I'm with you. And I love your journey, and every journey is different. But I'm happy to be along for the ride in some capacity. The big thing we want to touch on today is just being doing this for the last 3+ years is just crazy to think about. One of my major goals this whole time was to put an event on the calendar, give a lot of money to charity, and really just make some impact in our community. I think we finally have done that. Jacqui, I know you started looking at flight plans a little bit different coming from by you guys. Talk a little bit about the event. I'll kind of go into more of the details side of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked over a year or two ago about doing a virtual 5K and then I think we kind of waited because we wanted to wait till we got to the point where we had like a big enough community to do an in-person event. And I mean, you have tons of people in Chicagoland. You kind of travel in a pack, the
Yes,
O'Malleys, I've
correct.
learned. So yeah, no, we're gonna do a big wiffle ball tournament out in Chicagoland. So I'll get as many Bostonians out there as I can. And I think it'll be a good way to just bring people together. I think it's cool that we do the Zooms, obviously, and we're able to utilize the screen aspect of it and bring people together, but it'll be cool to see that all kind of culminate into an in-person event that I know you've been putting a lot of work into, Pat.
No, I appreciate it. And it's a team effort, right? I mean, it had to work for everybody. Obviously yourself and your girlfriend, obviously Dave and my wife and all of our families just trying to figure this out. Because if we're gonna do it, let's do it big. That's why we kind of waited a little bit, 160 plus episodes in, 3+ years. I think the biggest thing is let's do it the right way and make the most impact that we can. So event details for that coming up. It's going to be August 8th. It's going to start at 9 a.m. is first pitch. The goal is 50 teams. We have 20 teams signed up already as of yesterday, which is super exciting. Shout out, like Rock Valley College as a team, Freeport High School as a team, Athletes HQ, Me Too We, Fueled by AF. I mean, just to name a few. I mean, competition should be pretty good. It's all ages. So if you can hold a bat and throw a ball, come on out. If you're an old washed up uncle that still has some glory days left in you, come drink some beers and give some money to charity. I think that's a big part of it. We're looking for more of that community feel. So we'll have a silent auction. We'll have, somebody on the mic. I think Stumpy volunteered to jump on the mic, so maybe he'll MC the event. But yeah, we'll have 4 to 6 fields going at the same time. Lots of fun stuff. There's a park, there's a trail for like walking dogs, and like I just love the vision of Kelly Myers Park. I know our teams practice there as well. So, yeah, come out. First pitch is 9 a.m. It's August 8th. And if you need any information on signing up, shoot me a text. Coming to Athletes HQ, Jacqui, Dave, the whole nine. We're all here to help you, but super excited for the event. But yeah, Jacqui, I guess moving forward, I mean, do you have a team picked out? Like, what is your plan for your six?
Yeah, I I mean, I just kind of thought I was gonna snag Ashton, Alyssa, and Jules and just make a team and
Yeah,
just
that sounds
trust.
about right. That sounds about
Okay,
right.
I was
Yeah.
like, if Jules doesn't break the wiffle ball bat, then Alyssa is. If she doesn't, then Ashton is. Like you're bound to go probably 2 for 3, if not 3 for 3 with all of them.
Yeah, how many Division 1 All-State players can you have on one squad? I mean,
I didn't know if
that
there was a rule, so I know I didn't think anyone had claimed them yet, but I knew that if anyone was gonna, it was gonna be me.
No, I do have to shout out one of my players here at Athletes HQ, Braden Payne. He's a freshman this year. And we had speed and agility yesterday at 7 a.m. and we get done with conditioning. And he goes, "Hey,
Grind.
Pat, come over here." And he's DMing Chris Bryant about the tournament. to have him come out and play on his team. So that became like the joke yesterday. Everybody was just DMing former and current MLB players to play on their wiffle ball team.
I
So
mean, you never know.
realistically, you never know. You don't. I saw Liver King got a DM. They were starting to go to celebrities too. Yeah, it was really funny yesterday at the facility. So my point is, get a team of six, come out. The winning team will get a trophy, a big check, and the winning team gets to pick the charity. So if we get 50 teams out there, sign that check, send it directly to charity. We're trying to make as much impact as we can. And like I said, just have some community involvement. We've always been about community, but we kind of want to make sure it's in person this time around.
I think it'd be cool too. I think because a lot of the guests obviously have been from Chicagoland. I think you've had connections with a lot of our guests. We've been able to have some East Coasters on, some of David's people as well. But I think it'll be cool to kind of have those people all be in the same area. Like some of the guests we've had on that I've loved talking to or listening to, I'll be able to actually see in person and interact with. I think that'll be cool as well to just, again, put a bow on everything that you've been doing for the past 3 years and bring everyone together. It'll be definitely cool to see.
No, let's get after it. And the one thing I'll say too, and I put this on the flyer, check it out. There's a Facebook group. If anybody needs more information, just shoot us a message. But if any team can't afford it, please let me know. We have scholarships and donations from partners available. We will fund teams. If you want to come for lunch and you don't have any money, like come by. We'd rather have you there than have it be a financial issue. So come get a meal, come be with some good people, have a beer
Yeah.
if you want, and just come play some wiffle ball on this day. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean too. And even if you're not into wiffle ball and you just kind of want to see what it's about, be a part of it, volunteer to help out, take pictures, you want to help speak, anything, just reach out. Like, all hands on deck, kind of whatever shoe you want to wear. Feel free to wear it and just come as you are. And we want anyone to be a part of it.
No, absolutely. I think the volunteer piece is big. A lot of high school kids or whatever, if you're looking for volunteer hours, come out. It'll be a good time. We won't use you too much. We'll use you at your capacity. So love it. Well, before we wrap up today, Jacqui, I just want to check in on how you're doing. Like, how's your mental health? How's everything your way? I want to check in on that.
Good. I mean, obviously bearing the cold up in Maine, so it's been a little tough with that because the getting outside aspect is big to me.
Right.
And there are walking trails here, but
Mhm.
nothing's cleared, no sidewalks. So most I can walk is up and down my street. So definitely excited to get outside more and walk. Obviously with the new job, totally transitioned from working nights some days to full days remote. So been making an effort to try and get up earlier in the morning, get out of the house at least. I like lifting at night, but at least my sister and I said this weekend, like, I got to be better at getting out in the morning, even just going to the gym for a half hour, jumping on the treadmill, start my day a little better. I do good once I get into the day and I get into a flow with work, but sometimes I struggle with the morning if I don't get out of the house. So want to say that out loud to put myself accountable to do that this week, but everything's going good on my end. Excited to have a
No,
good Sunday.
no, I'm glad to hear that. And like just making those changes, like we spoke on, right? I think that's the biggest thing. And with a move, there's always change. You're pretty fresh, still out of Maine. So you're still probably getting your routines, I'd imagine.
Yeah, yeah. No, we have good people up here, like a lot of good basketball we've been watching. Obviously, couldn't ask to live with many other people than my sister, so we have a good setup. Job's good, so definitely want to take some time in February to just fine tune the little habits and kind of see it all fall into place. But definitely the mornings are probably the big thing for me. If I'm dealing with anxiety, it's always in the morning for some reason. Like I sometimes wake up in a state of it, can't really wrap my finger around it or figure it out. But I find that if I can just slow down in the morning, get some word in, journal, stretch, walk, something of that sorts, obviously turn my phone off, then it makes for a better morning and definitely eases the anxiety if it's there.
I love that. And I think that's normal. I mean, when there's a full day ahead of you and you're in a new part of the country and you have a new job and you're away from your significant other, and there's going to be a lot of things thrown at you throughout the day. It's just a couple, right? That's normal. And I think to combat those and just take it head on and not have that victim mentality, I think that's I think that's empowering. I think that's good for people to hear because I think some people wake up and they go, "Oh, it's always going to be this way. Why me? Why can't I sleep at night? Why is my anxiety so high? Why is the workday so sucky?" I mean, in my world, there's things that you can do to combat that. So just ideas like what you're doing, getting outside, being with your people, basketball, sports, whatever it may be. There's always a way out of those feelings if you work hard enough. You got to find it.
Yeah, I saw a video too of a sermon the other day and just talking about how most of the time with anxiety, you're locking yourself in a cage that you have the key to.
Correct.
So I've been keeping that in the back of my mind, like not letting my thoughts kind of ruin the day, just being an observer of my thoughts and doing what I can, controlling what I can control. Like I've been put in this place where I need to be put for a reason. Like I'm good. I'm not in danger. Just like kind of in Lindsay's episode, I always think about how she said she was living at an 8 and like you don't have to be at an
I
8.
love it. Shout out
So
LBL if she's listening.
I
Shout
think
out the
about that a
GOAT.
lot too. Like kind of don't need to put myself in that cage when I have the key to open it and kind of be free.
Yeah, I would also piggyback on top of that. I saw Big Cat from Pardon My Take, Barstool guy. He turned 41, I believe, this past week. You might have saw this tweet. And he put a tweet out that said he's going to put out 41 things he's learned in 41 years. And in complete Big Cat fashion, he got to three. And on one of them was Michigan State money line, which I laughed at. But the one I took away from it was if you feel like you can contribute to something, go all in on it. And if you feel like you can't, it's okay to say, you know what, like this isn't really my strong suit. I shouldn't probably be in this, right? And that's okay at the end of the day. I think that's funny. I think most people will either not want to go all in or they'll want to put bits and pieces in everything and never get anything done. It's like in your world and in my world as well. I find myself trying to do that sometimes. I just try to operate on things that you're like really strong and passionate about. You're going to get better results and it will probably lead to other smaller things in the future as well.
No, I like that. That's a good notion. That's funny that that was after Michigan State
I
money
laughed at
line
that.
too. But
I
how
laughed at
about you?
that.
How's your new work role and routine going? How's the wife?
Everything is good. I think what I just touched on. I mean, realistically, just understand that sometimes you need some help, right? You need some assistance. You don't have to do everything yourself. You don't have to be really great at everything. I mean, there's a lot of things I suck at. Like honestly, just trying to figure out, okay, where can I offer assistance? Where can I learn and get better? And maybe eventually some of the things that I don't know now, if I'm a sponge in the process, if I ask questions, if I bring people in, if I do a little bit of outside research, maybe I'll get better at it down the road. So no, my mental health is great. I mean, I'm sitting here with the new office set up, but I've kind of found a new motivation to like do this. Wouldn't say that I wasn't motivated, but some weeks are tougher than others when you got the schedule that we have, as you know. So no, it's been amazing. I love what we get to do. I love my jobs. I love the event coming up. Just super passionate and honestly, it's a lot of the community. Once again, the theme of the episode today, having a community like Joe out here playing for the Loco Beach Coconut. Shout the boy out. I mean, top 10 play last night, bare hand play off the mound. The facility goes crazy. Like, this is why we do this. This is why we have this. So just lean on your people. Everything is great mental health wise for me.
I'm glad to hear it.
You got it. Well, that's all I got today. I mean, any last shout outs for the tens of viewers, like my guy Adam Lane says? Go ahead.
No, I mean, I guess shout out all the work people, all the friends that listen in, and all the people that I know will show out and support the event. I think we have a lot of people. I think sometimes I forget that when we shoot these episodes, as funny as it sounds, that people actually listen. Because like I get in a flow state, and to me, it's like we talked about this too. Like we do it for the guests, we don't do it for the amount of viewers. Like we do it so that these people can come on and talk. So I forget that there are also people that listen every week that like have been listening every week and support us and like reach out to us after episodes. So it's a good little push too. So to the people that listen in a few times a month, listen in every week, listen in every so often, we do appreciate that.
No, it's inspiring. And, you have a guy last week like Jason Rotello that comes on and I'm texting him Tuesday. I'm like, you're getting more views and more, likes and more comments and just more impressions than professional players that we've had on, right? And me and Jason are texting last night. Bryn, his daughter, came in for a hitting lesson on Friday night. She goes out last night, has two hits, helps lead her team to a victory, and she's like, we needed that. She needed that, right? But we all need that sometimes. We all need somebody to put a cape on and represent it. And last week for me, that was Jason. And I think Jason is like that in a lot of people's lives. And I was, like Dave always says, I was super impacted by that. So just shout out to the guests, shout out to the people that tune in every week and say, hey, that was a great episode, or they comment, they like it, they share. Kate Dickey, I'm gonna just do some shout outs. Kate Dickey is one of our baseball moms out here. She shares everything So Kate, if you're listening, I love you and I appreciate you and obviously the whole family. But it just stuff like that matters. Stuff like that matters.
Yeah, and
It
I
really
think that's
does.
I think that's how you get by too. I think there's definitely a direct correlation to if I'm struggling mentally, it's because I haven't been in touch with people. I'm isolating myself. Like there's just isolation to bad mental health for me has always been a correlation, and it's a reason just even the little community things, like you said, having people that share the episode, having people that shoot you a text, even if you're not seeing them, having people that pick up the phone and FaceTime you, Snapchat, you reach out, just knowing that you're on people's minds, and then in turn letting people know that you're thinking of them too, definitely makes a big difference.
No, correct. And we'll cap it off today by saying, hey, like if you're feeling alone in this, if you're feeling isolated, it's normal. It's gonna pass. Everything will get better. I promise you that. But that's all I got today. Shout out everybody listening in, and above all else, go Pats and keep going.
Going, let's go.